Welcome to the 2024 Bloomfield Township Police Award Ceremony. We're gonna get the award started. The first up, Sergeant Bob Zaremba, Officer Elliot Wilson, Officer Marshall Scott, Officer Gunnar Bjornson, yeah, come on this side. And then I'm also going to have dispatchers Stacy Pratcher, dispatcher Christy Harms, and dispatcher Amela Bader step up with these guys as well. Okay. Louder? I don't know if I can turn it up. So on April 27th, 2024, our department responded to a critical incident involving a subject with a gun that had shot out a window at a residence in the village of Franklin. Upon arriving at the chaotic scene where a man was holding a gun to his head, our officers, alongside colleagues from Franklin, Village, and Southfield Police Department, faced an intense operational setting in a high-stress environment. With unwavering resolve, they swiftly assessed the situation and formulated a coordinated plan to ensure public safety. Their organized efforts not only secured the protection of the remaining family member inside the home, but also worked towards achieving a peaceful resolution. Equally commendable are the dispatchers who worked that day, Dispatcher Pratcher, Dispatcher Harms, and Dispatcher Bader, who received the initial 911 call, a hang-up, and immediately called back to uncover the gravity of the incident. Despite the chaos and emotional stress that unfolded over several hours, these dispatchers effectively gathered vital information, coordinated resources, and maintained the highest standards of professionalism. Their exceptional composure and communication skills were instrumental in managing this situation. And this situation involved, again, the Oakland County Sheriff's Department was also involved, where their SWAT team was called out. It was probably about a 5-6 hour standoff into about 11 o'clock at night. After this came out, we were able to recover, Franklin Village was able to recover GoPro video of the incident. To know what the dispatchers actually faced when that 911 call came in was truly amazing. Dispatcher Harms, I think, was on the phone. It was an open 911 line when she called back and had to listen to the chaos in the home, if I remember correctly, during the entire incident with the 911. And I believe, if I remember correctly, you're working day shift, and this went well into almost 11 o'clock at night. And she had that open 911 phone. It was one of the first times that Oakland County, I won't say the first time, but where they actually had to do pretty much a victim rescue from a residence with an unknown situation. When we watched the video, there were multiple gunshots fired. Again, the subject with the gun was carrying the GoPro, and when he was attacking his family and pointing the gun throughout the home at the family, and they got to listen to it. Again, with these guys all surrounding the home with their partners from the other agencies. And due to that, their actions, it truly reflects the true spirit of commitment to public safety and community welfare, and therefore each one will receive this honorable mention award. Elliot, don't go far. Don't go far. Come back up. In recognition of Officer Elliot Wilson's exemplary investigative efforts and dedication to duty, he is hereby commended for his outstanding performance. On November 24th, 2024, Officer Wilson responded to a complaint of malicious destruction of property and larceny from auto, breaking into a car. Upon arrival, Officer Wilson took swift and decisive action by thoroughly reviewing all surveillance footage in order to possibly identify a suspect. Through Officer Wilson's diligence and professionalism, he successfully made contact with the suspect, obtained a confession, recovered the stolen property, and bringing the case to a prompt resolution before it could get turned over to the Investigations Bureau. Your commitment to justice and service to our community exemplifies the highest standards of law enforcement and reflects great credit upon yourself and our agency. Angela, come on up. And is Alyssa here tonight, Kroll? Dispatcher Kroll? She is not. We're going to start with the phone call with Dispatcher Kroll. On February 12th, 2025, Dispatcher Alyssa Kroll received a 911 call from a frantic, soon-to-be father who had pulled off on a nearby road because his wife was in active labor. Demonstrating exceptional composure and expertise, Dispatcher Kroll skillfully guided the father and mother through the childbirth process over the phone, resulting in the successful birth of a healthy baby before police and fire units arrived. Officer Carlson arrived on scene and provided immediate attentive care to the newborn and continued support in the back of the ambulance while en route to the hospital. Both Dispatcher Kroll's clear instructions and unwavering support, along with Officer Carlson's prompt care, exemplified the highest standards of excellence in emergency response services, making a significant difference during an extraordinary situation. This is Angela's second help of a baby being born, and that week alone, I think we had 2 babies born with our fire department. So that's not a common thing that happens, but was there a snowstorm that night as well?
There was.
And it was during a snowstorm. So congratulations, Angela. Sergeant Cook, Officer Schlabach, come on up. And while they're coming up, the awards are for the fiscal year of 2024, and I know it's in May, but we do that because of the police week. So some of these are a little delayed, and I know we awarded a few that were after the first of the year, just because of their significance. So on October 11th, 2024, Sergeant Steve Cook and John Schlabach, both retired from our place, but now currently work in our village, so they're still a very valuable asset to us, responded to an urgent call about a possible suicide attempt. Upon arrival, they found the upstairs bathroom locked and saw an individual in distress under the door. Acting swiftly, they forced entry into the bathroom, discovering that the person had tied a cord from the door to their neck. Thanks to their prompt and decisive actions, they successfully saved the individual's life. Sergeant Cook and Officer Schlabach's instincts and dedication to duty exemplify the highest standards of police service and commitment to the community, and they are awarded the Life Saving Award. And our officers will testify that the amount of mental health calls and the significance of those mental health calls over the last 2 years has drastically increased, and the time that it takes on them and the importance for us, with Courtney's here tonight representing our co-responders, our social workers that respond to scenes with us and can follow up on it. So it's an integral part of what we do now, and it's an example by Steve and John that night, and I'm assuming you got that Courtney and her team really probably helped us in the end of that one as well. Dispatcher Rebecca, come on up. This one's a fun one. On November 29th, 2024, Dispatcher Verbecki received a tip from a concerned caller about a friend who might be wanted by law enforcement. A friend wanted by law enforcement. Despite not having a name, Dispatcher Verbecki independently investigated the claim, cross-referenced some information, and identified the fugitive. Her name was Virginia Hubbard, who was wanted for serious charges involving the neglect and abuse of a vulnerable adult. Using her resources, she located a possible address for Hubbard in Detroit and promptly relayed this information to the Oklahoma Attorney General's office. This led to the Detroit Police Department arresting Hubbard at the identified location through her diligence in investigative work within the dispatch center. Dispatchers Verbecki's perseverance and resourcefulness not only facilitated the capture of a dangerous individual, but also potentially prevented further crimes. Your actions reflect the highest standards of our department and positively impact the community's service. And due to that, you receive a Meritorious Service Award. That subject was on the Oklahoma's Most Wanted list. Officer Rob Ronk, come on up. It's becoming an annual thing for him.
Breaking the budget.
Yeah. Officer Rob Ronk is being recognized for his commendable actions during a critical incident on April 28th, 2024. Demonstrating exceptional bravery and tactical acumen, Officer Ronk responded to reports of a wrong-way driver on Telegraph Road, posing an imminent threat to our public safety. Upon receiving the call, Officer Ronk swiftly disengaged from a traffic stop that he was currently on to pursue the vehicle southbound in the northbound lanes of Telegraph. With quick thinking and decisive action, he activated his overhead lights and sirens, effectively alerting other motorists to the danger and mitigating potential accidents that could arise. Despite the inherent risks to his own safety, Officer Ronk's pursuit led to the successful stopping of the wrong-way driver and an arrest for drunk driving. Your courageous efforts and outstanding service in safeguarding the community exemplify the highest standard of our police services, and for that, you're receiving a Meritorious Service Award. And if I remember correctly, that was one of numerous wrong-way drivers we had over a short period of time that the actually news picked up on and ran a whole story on because of that. Officer Cody Dennison, where are you, Cody? And this one happened early this year. Officer Dennison demonstrated exceptional bravery and dedication to duty during a critical incident involving a vehicle fire. On January 24th, 2025, Officer Dennison was informed by dispatch that a vehicle was ablaze and there was a male occupant in distress. Upon arrival, Officer Dennison strategically positioned his patrol vehicle to ensure maximum safety for the individual involved. He assessed the situation with remarkable composure, recognizing the imminent danger posed by the flames emanating from the vehicle's engine compartment. And the subject was still inside the vehicle when you got there, correct? Or just laying outside the door. Despite these hazardous conditions, Officer Dennison approached the scene to assist a male driver who was in shock and unable to move away from the burning vehicle. Understanding the urgency, Officer Dennison took decisive action by dragging the unresponsive individual to safety, thereby preventing potential harm for the impending explosion from the vehicle. Your quick thinking and selfless disregard for personal safety were pivotal in averting a tragic outcome in this critical incident. And during this incident, I believe Officer Ronk and Cody were at the residence taking a missing persons report or a possible suicidal subject report when this call came in, standing with the significant other of the individual involved. And I believe, if I remember, she overheard the call of a vehicle. It was at probably 3 o'clock in the morning, if I remember, and knew right away that it was most likely her husband who had driven head-on into a brick wall at Long Lake and Adams Road. And then upon Cody's arrival, his body cam is truly amazing, watching him pull the individual from the vehicle, and it was completely engulfed in flames at that point. These actions reflect the highest standards of police service, showcasing courage, swift decision-making, and a profound commitment to protecting life. You are awarded the Meritorious Service Award. Officer Monty, come on up. So Officer Monty is part of our Troy Special Investigations Unit. It's a undercover surveillance capacity for the last 3 years and working on 3.5. You're welcome. True. But I want to recognize, last year his unit was awarded an award for the amount of work that they do and supplement our agency with as many officers as we've been down in the last year because of all of our retirements. And so they've really taken and helped out our investigations division with these cases that just have implications all across this region, and they've been down as far as Tennessee, Indianapolis. Where there's crime in one place, there's a crime in another. And so, in recognition of Officer Monte's exceptional contributions and outstanding performance during his tenure with the Troy Special Investigations Unit, over the past few years, Officer Monte's dedication, professionalism, and tireless work ethic have been instrumental in advancing the mission of our Detective Bureau. His efforts in combating large-scale auto theft and larceny from autos have led to significant breakthroughs in complex investigations, resulting in the successful recovery of stolen property. His ability to operate effectively under pressure and navigate the challenges of undercover work has truly been remarkable. Through Officer Monte's meticulous investigative skills and unwavering commitment to justice, he has made a profound impact on reducing crime, enhancing the safety of our community. These achievements exemplify the highest standards of law enforcement and serve as an inspiration to his colleagues and the department as a whole. The award stands as a testament to his exceptional service and the enduring impact on his work in our community. And I'm going to add to it a little bit because I call Joe a lot, and I think his wife will testify, that his phone is constantly ringing, and the impact that that crew has had, not only for Bloomfield Township, but for our region is incredible. About a year ago, our stolen autos were up about 200% in Bloomfield Township. So much that the state, when we send our records in, when our Records Bureau sends it in, they sent me an email saying, are these numbers correct? And the majority of those cars were recovered because of their effort. It's a kind of a thankless job, the number of hours that they truly work. But we know from a department and from our community the true impact that you guys have. So for that, you received the Chief's Merit Award. And so the cable studio asked me a little while ago what makes the job fun for us administrators and some of the people in the room. And Joe was one of my first recruits, and so I think retired Captain Cook, but Sergeant Cook, Timmy, all our FTOs in the room will say that one of the most rewarding things is watching people like Joe succeed in the career, coming in young, unmarried, no kids, and then marrying, have kids, and doing really good things. There's pride in that as we get older within the agency. So, which one are we at here? All right. So, it is my distinct honor to stand before you today as we recognize an acceptable individual who has demonstrated outstanding dedication and professionalism in one of the most critical roles within our community, the role of a 911 dispatcher. A police 911 dispatcher is often the unsung hero, the calm voice in the midst of chaos, and the first point of contact for those in distress. These individuals possess a unique blend of skills that are quick thinkers, adept problem solvers, and compassionate communicators. They work tirelessly behind the scenes, ensuring that every call for help is met with swift and effective action. Tonight, we celebrate not just the technical proficiency required to manage complex situations, but also the unwavering commitment to public safety, our agency, and the profound impact these dispatchers have on countless lives. Please join me in congratulating Dispatcher Cassie Diamond, whose extraordinary contributions have made a lasting difference in our community and is a recipient of this year's Civilian of the Year Award. Yep. You want to introduce your family? They're all over there standing up.
My mom, it's Carol. My son, Christian. Sorry, Caden. Wave.
Wave, there you go.
It's Cole. My husband, Sean. Kelly, my best friend, and her boyfriend, Chris.
Well, thanks for coming, guys. And service runs in their family as well because Sean is a firefighter from Macomb Township. So, Sean, we appreciate that as well. And if you come into our dispatch center, you'll see that all of our dispatchers decorate, but Cassie is always in there doing some kind of crafting to decorate the room and make it a fancy for us. So, all right. It's a privilege to gather here this evening to honor an extraordinary individual who has exemplified the highest standards of service, courage, integrity in our community. It's the Police Officer of the Year Award. A police officer's role is multifaceted and demanding. It requires not only physical endurance and tactical expertise, but also a deep commitment to justice and compassion. These men and women stand as guardians of peace, often facing unpredictable situations with unwavering resolve and dedication. Tonight, we recognize an officer whose exceptional performance and steadfast dedication have set them apart. This individual has consistently demonstrated bravery in the face of danger, empathy in the times of need, and leadership that inspires both his colleagues and the citizens alike. The recipient of this year's Donald E. Zimmerman's Police Officer of the Year Award embodies the core values of our department: honor, duty, and service, integrity, fairness, and pride. Through their actions, he has made significant contributions to enhancing public safety and fostering trust within our community. Please join me in celebrating Officer Elliot Wilson, whose exemplary service and commitment to excellence have made a profound impact on all of us. Elliot is known for, we kind of call him our MacGyver. You could probably ask anybody in our station if there's a thing that we need made, if there's an idea that we need created, we typically will go to Elliot. Most recently, we did a mass casualty training. He, with his 3D printer, I think it is, or something, made fancy bolts to protect our rifles. He's provided every officer with a tool, we'll call it, to hold doors open when we go through critical incidents. Just in the last couple months, I've been on a couple runs with Elliot, and his commitment to one, keeping his partner safe is what really stood out on a couple of those incidents. He was one of the officers that most recently went to the Troy Corwell Health shooting and helped clear buildings. Also, we had an incident not too long ago with his shift, led by Sergeant Eller, where we had a subject in the home who was in a behavioral crisis they spent 3-4 hours talking to him in a pretty tense situation where we just couldn't leave him home alone. Sometimes if somebody's in a behavioral crisis, we do everything we can to get away, to not use force, to solve it or resolve it peacefully. And Elliot was one of those voices behind the scenes that day, trying to figure out what we can do differently so that we didn't have to go into this home and get one of us hurt as the subject was waving, what was it, probably a 3-foot hacksaw, and closet rods that had been broken in half and could use as spears on us. And so it's little things that matter, and it's little things that help protect your coworkers in this room. And I think it's important for both the Civilian Award and the Officer of the Year Award to recognize that it's selected by the peers. It's not a command thing. They may be nominated by their command officers, but it's a committee of their peers that select these officers. And I think that's what is one of the most honorable things about it, is that you're recognized by the guy that's sitting in a car next to you. And so, Elliot, we congratulate you. You've earned this. And that wraps up the awards for the evening. Again, I want to thank all the families for coming. We moved this venue here at Forest Lake because of you. You need to see, one, what you need to meet the other families. You need to see the service that they provide on an everyday basis. On behalf of Dan, Captain Pizzuti, whose daughter is graduating today from in Virginia, so he couldn't be here. You know, we get to lead the organization, but the decisions that the officers make every single day have a greater impact than probably anything we can make. We make large decisions, hopefully supporting what they do on the road, along with our lieutenants, our sergeants. They're the ones who lead the charge every single day and take these phone calls. These ladies and Robbie, who sit in dispatch, Supervisor McCready came to me not too long ago and said, I sat at home last night and thought about the girls sitting in that dark, dingy dispatch room, and that was at midnight. And that's a testament to what they do every single day as well. They're the first voice behind any 911 call. And if somebody's calling 911, it's the worst part of the day. I don't care if it's a vehicle lockout, up to what we had, the tragedies this past weekend that these guys have to deal with. And so I think it's just a testament to our administrative staff and the officers that are in this room. So thank you.